I'm really excited to do this video today. Today we are going to be doing an art studio tour, my art studio, and it's my 2016 tour. So things have changed quite a lot since my last one, and I wanted to show you all the updates. So here we go. So here we go as usual. We enter into the studio. Okay, so up here is where I hang my apron, which I'm actually wearing at the moment. So let's start over, let's go this way. So we've got lots of storage down here, card making supplies, old bits and bobs, some nail stuff that I do on the side, and those are mostly full of bits and pieces like old pencil cases, old rubber stamps, bits of card. So down here is where I store all my canvases. So I've got some new ones waiting to be used. Some of them are unfinished paintings, and so they're my gorgeous art panels. I have my light box down here that I use for taking photos, and the bases are all in that cardboard sleeve. And there's more canvases behind here, and canvas boards. In this box are marks that I use to paint on, and lots of other small canvases all down there. I've got my paper trimmer that's not very good stuck in there, and some paintings that I've started and lost interest in. In this box is my colouring books. I've got a few left to sell, and then underneath there's some card making supplies. I've got my old sketchbooks and some inspiration from some magazines. And then up here, watercolour pencils, which I hardly ever use, but you never know, one day I might start using them. And jute string that I use for my wooden hearts. And then we've got Nemo. I just need to finish the sides of him and give him a varnish. Got some sawtooth hangers and hooks and stuff like that I use on the back of my panels. There's my prices that I use for my open studios, and my spare boxes for my Spectrum Noirs. Pencil case that's got a load of pencils in, my Conti colouring pencils, and some supplies that I haven't yet used for videos. My weighing scales for weighing packages for shipping. This is a ribbon box. I collect ribbon and use it for hanging hearts and tying up packages and things. And my paper flower stash, my bow maker, and my pinking shears that I use to trim the edges of the ribbon to make it look really pretty and finished. And then up here we've got a load of sketchbooks, notebooks, my OCA folder of all my coursework and assignments, and more paper for drawing on, more sketchbooks, colouring books, and my business plan and folders. And then up here we've got loads of tins. Now I've got some sewing stuff in some of them. In others there is inking stuff and old supplies that I don't use anymore. And I've just put my gouache in that top tin as well. Got my sewing box up there, and my silk threads, and Ariel, one of my cute dolls that was meant to be for my toy channel, which I have yet to review. And some more up there that I got for Christmas last year. I really like that just small display of cute dolls. And then down here we've got my watercolours. I've got some tube watercolours, some gouache, some cheap pans of watercolour, and another set just there. I've got my satin varnishes that I use to seal my paintings, and then some glue and gesso and some old CDs. And in here is my eraser collection. I collect quirky erasers, so I'll show you that. So inside we've got some really cute different ones. There's some really cute foxes and rabbits and a polar bear. And see what else. Panda. I think that's it. So that's my cute little collection so far. I do like quirky, unusual erasers. I used to collect them as a kid and decided that I would do that again as an adult. And there goes my glue. Get that in a minute. So there we've got a movie poster from Romeo and Juliet, one of my favourite films. I thought it was so cute. And then down here we've got my CD player, some CDs and some Tsum-Tsums. My tiny little Tsum-Tsum collection. Some more paper flowers. Then down here I've got DVDs, CDs, telephone and broadband. More DVDs underneath that. And then this is my thinking chair. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, but I sit here and plan out my work and sketches and stuff, and just chill out sometimes, just sitting in there. And that's my degree sketchbook on there and some work that I'm doing at the moment. And then down there is some old paintings, and just I store paintings in there ready to put them in the different exhibitions and galleries and stuff like that. So then we've got my new little side table. I bought that this year, and it's just an IKEA table, and it was a great little addition to the studio now that I've moved the table around. So I like the fact that it's there by my thinking chair, and I've got a lamp there, my little money box and some paintings, one finished, one unfinished, some bits and bobs underneath to put away still. And then this year I also put up a net curtain at the window. I don't normally have one up there, but I wanted to basically tone down the light that was coming in from the window, because I was finding it was really glary on my videos, so that has helped quite a bit. And then over here is where I do all my painting now. I used to be by the window and I had to move it because it was giving me headaches. So I've got my desktop easel, and I've added an oilcloth, piece of oilcloth, a pretty one. So I thought it gives the my videos a really nice background as I'm painting, and also you can wipe off the paint as well. So this is my new setup. It's a little bit more cramped than before, but it gives me more room in general in the studio. So over here is where I keep the paints that I'm using currently. My water jar and brushes, and all my other little brushes and stuff there. And then underneath is where I store all my craft paints and tubes of paint. And I've got a little drawer thing there as well for stationery, paper punches and all bits and pieces like that. So on the desk I have got this thing here, which is my arm that I use for balancing my webcam. And this webcam is the Microsoft LifeCam HD, and I just pop it on there and I can angle it as I want. And I also tie the camera that I'm using at the moment, which is a Samsung WB150 HD. I use that and I strap it on here with a tripod, and I tie the string around here so that it won't fall off as well, just for extra security. So that works really well, giving me a good angle to show what I'm painting. And this Light's a new addition recently. I've just got this in the last month or so. It's a daylight craft lamp. I'll try not to blind you with it. It's really great for lighting up the area, especially if I'm doing live streams at night or want to work here at night, or if the light outside is pretty dull, then it's perfect, and I can move it around because it's on a clamp. So that's what I wanted, something that I could just clip onto my easel and then angle it as I needed it. And then behind there I've got a little ornament that my mum bought me ages ago. I've I've got a lovely postcard print from Carrie Brown. I think her name is Miss Bandit Wood on Etsy. So go check her out. She's got some lovely watercolour and ink stuff. And then this is my inspiration board, one of many. One of my favourite pictures of me and Ellie. A picture of me and Dad when I was little doing some colouring, and some other motivational, inspiring things. And then above is one of my favourite paintings from Marisa of Creative Thursday. This is an original, and very excited to own that. And below we've got my things to do calendar. This is my new schedule. And now here we come to my desk, where I do all my computer work. I've got my laptop, and I do all my video editing here and things like that, all my web updates and stuff. So I've got my Snuggle Bunny book there to remind me of how far I've come and what I want to do for the future. And I've got my new Blue Nessie microphone, which is really cool, and my external hard drive. And then above that is my whiteboard, and I use that to put up reminders, video ideas, inspiration, things like that. And then I've got another Creative Thursday print there. I've got my hanging hearts that are ready to go for sale, my inspiration board, and my hugely ridiculous overflowing in tray, which everything just gets shoved in there, and then about once a year I actually go through it and sort it all out. It's got like receipts and stuff that I just need to keep and file away, or probably even some junk as well, so that's really bad. But that is me. So under my desk I have got my HP printer and scanner. I use that for like regular everyday printing and you know, just doing general print and stuff. I've got some paper under there, some Epsom papers, and the basket is all my stuff for the computer, my external microphone and headphones, old webcams, and all like leads and cables and stuff that I need to keep. And then next to that is my little bookcase where I keep all my extra printed stuff. I've got the light box that hubby made me, some large prints, some copies of my book, and what else? A basket of cards and postcards, and some more book plates and stickers. So I keep all my small things and pre-printed stuff in there. That again needs a bit of a tidy. And then here's my Epson printer. It's the XP760, and this is a printer scanner, and I use this all the time for doing my own prints for events, and also scanning my paintings in, ready to create great files to make cool products with. So that is that. And then in here I call this my secret cubby. Hasn't really changed much since I showed you last time. It's still a tip because I can't use the top shelf, and because we've got a leak up there, so everything's crammed into a few shelves. So I've got loads of books, I've got all my packaging stuff in there, envelopes, tissue paper, print boards and things like that, and packaging supplies, and more paintings down in those boxes there. Now this is one of my favourite parts of my studio, as well as my painting table. This is what I call my drawing desk, and it also gets used as a dumping ground when I have too much stuff out. So let's start from above. We've got my lovely IKEA shelves, which I use to display my paintings, and I'm now using it to display my inspiration board as well. And I've got my pretty starlights up there. They used to be around the edge of that, but then I figured since I was making more of this desk and wanted to make it a real nice place to sit at, then I thought they would look better there. So we've got my new marker storage case that you've probably seen the video of on my art channel. I made that recently, and I've started a collection of Copics, Spectrum Noirs and Pro markers. Now I don't know which ones that I'll definitely go with, most probably Copics and Spectrum, so we shall see, but I really like having all the extra storage space, so I've got plenty of room. I've got my little lamp and some pens, an original by Saku M's under there, behind there. Then I've got my pencil sharpener, some really cute vinyl figures, Care Bears, princesses and ponies. My the two greetings cards behind are two recent purchases that I got on holiday. Just some inspiration really. And another lamp and my Disney calendar. And then there's some sketchbooks, my cutting board and my Copics charts and other colouring charts for markers. And then I've got my little basket for toys. When I get to do a toy video, I've got little bits in there from that. And then normally when it's clear, then I use this desk for drawing and things like that, or yeah, just stuff that's not painting related really, packaging and things like that. So I've got some new supplies, some new magazines, my video ideas book, my My Little Pony pencil case. I'll show you what's in there. This is a fairly new one as well. I've got some new water brush pens and an eraser, some Ergo Soft Staedtler pencils, some mechanical pencils, some multi-liners, that's a sepia one, and a Uniball Signo white pen. I've got the big one and the smaller one, the finer one, whatever you want to call it. And then two of the water brush pens filled with ink. Still learning how to use those. I put some sepia ink in one and black in the other. And then we have got my Prismacolor pencils over here. Normally they live on the bookcase, but I've been messing about with those recently, so they're still there. There is my lovely marker collection, which I'm very excited about. Just seeing all the colours makes me super happy. And some cheap craft paint, because I'm finishing off a project for church, doing some touch-ups, so I've been using those. And then under here we've got my Filofax, which keeps me super organised, and my planner, which I break down the day's activities into. So that's my other notebook. I love notebooks, as you can see. So I basically write in each day what tasks that I want to do, and that really helps keep me on track. And I use my Filofax for like everything, including personal stuff and events and things I've ordered and stuff I need to focus on, all that kind of thing. So that goes in there. And yeah, so that keeps me organised. And then underneath is my very full up bin, which is usually the case. My sewing machine, my large, very large pad of paper for my degree, and my degree folders, which has got all my art in for that, and some other papers, large scale papers to use for the art degree, and my box that I keep other supplies in for using for the degree as well, like other pencils, pens. I've got some, I'll show you actually, I've got all kinds of different things in there. I've got some oil pastels, some graphite sticks, charcoal sticks, and chalk pastels as well. So I'm kind of building up a little collection there of different supplies that I need to use for my art degree. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I've showed you pretty much everything here, so I'll do a quick go round. Oh, there's my painting table again, my little thinking corner, my bookcase that is very full and overflowing and needs a sort out, more junk there, and then back to my lovely drawing desk and my paintings. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this studio tour. I purposely didn't really tidy up. I put a couple of bits out the way, but I tried to keep it exactly as it is as I use it. I'm pretty messy when it comes to being involved in different art projects, and then I'll tidy up and then it'll get messy again, and it's just like that all the time. So I kind of try to have times of the year where I kind of go through everything and get rid of a load of junk and stuff, but it always seems to pile back up again. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this art studio tour for 2016. Had a lot of changes this year, and really pleased with the setup now. Some areas are a little bit cramped, like in that corner there, but can't really avoid that. But I'll be having a new little thing put up in the studio soon, just over here, to display some of my new printed products ready for my open studio. So if you want to see what that looks like, head on over to my vlog channel, which is Vintage Niki. I often put updates of things like that on there. And if you're generally interested in more behind the scenes stuff, definitely check out the vlogs, because I'm sharing a lot of behind the scenes daily art stuff over there, pretty much Monday to Friday every week. So hope you join me, and I hope you've enjoyed this tour, and I shall see you again next Friday for another art video. Bye!